Hey everyone, thought I'd share my little adventure with you today. As you can see behind me here, I've got my little blue friend, which is my little public bicycle. These things are amazing. Um, there's pros and cons to them, definitely. I'll give you the cons first. Um, First and foremost, it's not the most comfortable bicycle in the world. They are quite small. For a man of my size, being that the frame and the wheelbase is not huge. I typically should be on a wheelbase of 29 inches, but these are probably 19 or 20 at best, possibly even less. They have zero suspension on them whatsoever, and solid rubber tires, which is great for the owners, the company that does the rentals, because they never have flat tires. But it does mean that every single bump in the road you feel. Oof. They do have quite soft padded seats, thankfully, but they're built for commuting. They're not built for comfort. And they also don't have any gears of any kind. They are like the bicycles I had when I was a kid. They're fantastic going down hills or on flat ground, but going uphill, whoo, that's when you start doing your high intensity interval training, let me tell you. But I rent them on a very regular basis, at least 4 times a week, specifically to come over to the stadium, because the stadium, they have a great big outdoor stadium here, and the circle around the stadium is 1 kilometer, give or take. If you're closer to the stadium, it's a little less. If you're further away on this very large track, it's a little bit more. I come here because there's no traffic. There's very few people, especially in the afternoon when I come. It's currently 2:30 in the afternoon here, and it's generally quite safe. It's about 1 kilometer from home, so I rent the little bike outside my house, and then I come over here and do about 20 laps. Actually, technically 17 laps, because it's 1.5 kilometers to get here and 1.5 kilometers back. So I try to do at least 20 kilometers a day. Sometimes I'll do 25, a little bit more, a little bit less, but I like it. It's pleasant. I obviously have my headphones on. I listen to Chinese lessons or music, sometimes audiobooks. But it's just really nice to get out of the house. I mean, it's January 18th today, 18th or 19th. I don't work, so I lose track of the days and time. But and it's 25 degrees out here, so it's gorgeous. So obviously, you can see I'm sweating. So yeah, it's a great way to get exercise, great way to get some sunshine, get out of the house. And this area is just amazing. Let me tell you though, the real benefit of these bikes. They're everywhere. They're literally everywhere. Now, when I was in my wife's hometown a few days ago, there are not these public bicycles. The same company, however, does rent public motor scooters, electric bicycles, which they don't have here. And I think it's a population thing. In her hometown, there's 1 million people, so it's a lot more cost effective to have the electric bikes and motorcycles there, as opposed to a city with 20 million people. That's a lot of motorcycles. It's just so much easier to put the bicycles out. To be honest, I like the bicycles better, because those electric ones, I mean, depending how far you're going and what you're using them for every day, A, you're not getting any exercise, and B, if the thing runs out of power, you're kind of hooped. Then you're pedaling extra weight. And yet they also look quite small. Whereas this, it doesn't look like it would be suitable for a guy my size, but they are very well maintained. They're very sturdy. Like I said, solid rubber tires. I've been riding them for months now with no issues whatsoever. But the best thing about them is, like I said, they're everywhere. So you can literally hop on a bike outside your apartment, ride to work, ride to the bank, ride to the library, to the restaurant, wherever you want. Get off the bike, leave it there. And then, oh no, you come out and somebody's taking your bike. No problem. You just simply rent a different one, and away you go again. Now, the price of these things is crazy. They're about $1.50 Canadian, so maybe $1 American, per 15 minutes of usage. So all told, it's $6 Canadian for an hour of riding, a solid hour of riding. It doesn't really matter how far you've gone, which is not bad. $1.50 to rent a bicycle for an hour is great in my opinion. However, it gets even better than that because you can get coupons. If you're willing to do a little translation, either through the apps or with a very friendly Chinese daughter like I have, you can find coupons for these things. So right now I've got this baby here rented, well, not this particular one, but any ones I want, rented for the next 30 days. And instead of paying 6 renminbi per ride, I paid 13.9 renminbi, which is $2.76 in Canadian, to use these bikes as much as I want every day for 30 days. So that means I can ride to the restaurant, leave the bike, and come back out again later, take a different bike home. I can ride the bike over to the grocery store, pick up a few things, because some of the nicer grocery stores are actually about a 30-minute walk from where I live. So sometimes I'll ride a bike over there and then ride a bike back. Now in the past, that would have been $1.50 or $3 each direction because I'd be renting separate bicycles. Whereas now, 30 days, I can go as many times as I want. So I can get up in the morning and ride around the neighborhood for a few hours, then later on in the afternoon, go ride over to a friend's house or to the lake and just hang out, which is where I am now, by the way. If you take a look here. It's beautiful over here. I'm just sitting outside the stadium. Also, if you take a look over here at these pointy buildings right over here, that's the smaller stadium. That's the tennis and badminton stadium. And then over behind the trees over there, you can see the corner of it. That's the big stadium. So I'm just taking a little break sitting on the stairs here by the lake. This has all been closed up due to construction for the past little while. And they're currently building new facilities here on the lake where there'll be restaurants and different shops, probably fitness shops, places for people to hang out. It's really exciting because this is just when it's all said and done, when the work is done and the restaurants are open, this is going to be a fantastic, just beautiful place to come and hang out with your family. I mean, just look at that. I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, it's beautiful to sit here now. But anyway, as I was saying about the bicycle here, 13.9 renminbi, $2.76, so about probably $2 American. I can use these little bikes every day for 30 days, as much as I want. I can take as many trips as I want. Even if it worked out to a daily basis, that's less than 10 cents a day. That's 7 cents a day if I took one trip a day. If I did more than one trip a day, that'd be crazy. If I didn't use the coupon and I was taking one trip a day for 30 days, that would be 180 renminbi, which would be about $30-40. But instead I'm getting it for pennies. And once this coupon is expired after 30 days, I'll just find another one and find another deal. So it's just crazy. Can you imagine being, a half an hour bike ride from work, and instead of having to worry about driving a car and parking or getting on crowded buses or subways, just being able to grab one of these every day for 7 cents each direction, or 7 cents if you get the coupon for the entire day? Unbelievable. This is something that you only see in China. Back home in Canada, in my hometown in Edmonton, I've never seen these kind of public bikes. They may exist now, but with the bitter and brutal cold winters that they have there, you wouldn't be able to use them very often, a few months of the year. That said, my heart goes out to all my fellow Edmontonians. They've been having some pretty scary weather, minus 40 and all. Like I said, it's blue skies and 25 degrees here today, but that means it's going to be a hot summer. Anyway, I'm going to have a drink of water sitting here by this gorgeous lake and enjoy the rest of the day. And who knows, maybe I'll come back and do it again tomorrow.